Good morning, Iowa, and welcome to Morning Breath. I am your host, Tim Elliott. We are joined in studio, as usual, the stalwart, super producer, Alex Snyder.
What's a stalwart?
Stalwart. You'll have to look that up. Maybe that'll come up in
talking
our
John. Are we talking like Pittsburgh Steelers? John Stallworth, the receiver? No, I'm kidding, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm thinking like it's worth being in the stall, like a pig in a farm.
No,
that's not it.
It's like steadfast, like consistent, always there.
Yeah.
Just locked in
on you.
Okay. Because I'm always in the stall.
You're always here.
I'm stalwart.
You're in the stall.
Yeah, in the stall. I feel like
There's his stall.
You're totally,
my stall.
just slaughtering the meaning of this word, but it's
We
okay.
are, but now you're in let's call this the stall.
The stall.
From now on.
Well, this can be the barn, and we're all in our stalls.
We're all in our stalls of the barn. We also have, you heard another voice over there. We have John the Rookie. Mm-hmm. Welcome, John.
Hey, thanks for letting me be here. Appreciate it.
This is February 20th, 2024, episode 12.
Already.
Wouldn't it be fun when you get to the 3-digit? Mm-hmm. Someday we'll get there. Give us a countdown to that.
Okay. Well, it'll say on your sheet, hopefully. You know?
Yeah,
Pop the champagne on air. It'll be great.
I want to know a date or something.
Oh, okay. I'll do the math.
We are missing Matt, boss man Matt. I don't know where he is, but
I was impressed that you called him Matt yesterday and not Mike.
yeah, I tell you, I am focused on
know.
this. I'm focused on this to try not to mess up so much.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the Southeast Iowa Video Network.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those of the stall, as you like to say. Mm-hmm. We are sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you,
Thank
Casey.
you, Casey.
Thank you, Casey, and the gang over at KCTC. And the four of us are powered by, or the three of us. There's a ghost over there.
I was like,
We have a little Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh this morning, as usual. That they are a sponsor for us as well. So in any of the locations that we are focused on, Fairfield, Mount Pleasant, and Washington, we have a Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh where you can just pop in and get all kinds of good stuff. All right. We have no boss man.
No.
What do you want to say since he's not here? He could be listening.
He's probably watching.
I would 100% think that he's lurking in the shadows somewhere listening to
You
this.
think he's really here?
Maybe we'll see him pop in sometime.
So if we got to make sure we have the comments going
We don't
today.
have
I don't know if we
anything
have
up on the screen.
Yeah. I'll put it up on the screen right now.
You wouldn't ever.
But there's nothing. There's
wouldn't
nothing there right
ever say anything
now. No.
because Matt's a good guy.
Yeah.
Even when I call him Mike, he takes it well. John, you were supposed to be here yesterday, and I understand why you missed, and that's quite all right. You were at something very interesting Sunday over in the Quad Cities. You had Dr. Jordan Peterson giving a talk, and you went to visit that. Let's just talk a little bit about.
Yeah, it was. For those who don't know, Dr. Jordan Peterson is a clinical psychologist, psychiatrist. He's Canadian. He's just a very interesting. Like, there are some people who are really, really smart, and there are some people that are really easy to listen to.
Both.
Right, and that's what I was going to get to. Is that rare is it, like, sometimes you hear somebody, they're easy to listen to, but maybe they don't know a lot, right? Like that's us. I think we're pretty easy to listen to, but it's fine. I'm kidding. But but you sat there, and I sat there spellbound, and I'm like your typical, I don't focus on one thing for a super long time, and I'm off, just doing something else or whatever. And I sat there spellbound for 2 hours and listened to this guy talk.
That's a long talk.
It really was. And I mean, his wife spoke for a little bit. They had some kind of an instrumentalist at the beginning for a little bit of entertainment, but he started speaking around 7:55, and we didn't get out of there until after 10. And part of it was a question and answer session at the end. But I
was going to ask if there was if he took any.
Yeah. So you could from technology perspective, you can like Slido and then some like a QR code. You could input your questions, and then what they do.
Wait a minute. What's Slido, Alex?
I have no clue what Slido is.
Help me.
So Slido is something that they use a lot of times in like companies and corporations for like trainings and meetings.
Okay.
And you can connect to it with your phone, and you can like type in and vote and input right there, and it'll pop up on the screen. And it's just a nice way to kind of keep people engaged and involved
Got it.
with a larger
Okay.
audience. And so what they do is that they take the questions at the very beginning of the lecture, the talk, and then they compile them up into like a summation, if you will, of themes and
So instead
general
of
thoughts.
500 questions, they narrow it down to
Right, there could
maybe
be
10.
60 that are on like one certain topic, or something like that. So because they only have time for
Yeah.
a few of them.
How many?
And man, it was just there was a point in time where I was like, okay, I need you to come back down and talk to me where the peasants live, like down here. But he was just talking about general issues in life and just how to handle different things. And he was very interesting, and again, depending on your worldview and your life view and everything else. I think at some point he was an agnostic, and recently has become kind of leaning maybe closer towards the Christian realm. But he talks a lot of things, lifts things from Scripture, and he was telling the story of Cain and Abel and just kind of breaking it down from a clinical psychologist viewpoint, which was very, very interesting.
I can't imagine your mind thinking that way, but this dude is awesome.
Yeah, he really is. But then at the end there was these question and answer time, and that was where I was really dialed into, because again, it was just for kind of hard hitting fast answers on some of the things we have going on nowadays. And he gave just some general overall life advice. And so if I may, I could just throw a few of these quotes out
let's
to
listen
you.
to a
I know we
few.
do some silly quotes and some different things on here sometimes, and this kind of, I don't know, it's got me feeling a little more introspective in things. But he talked about how if you start moving forward, you start moving forward more rapidly. Basically saying, like, if you're paralyzed in a season of life right now and you don't know what to do next, whatever else, he's like, it's the same as walking. He's like, you always have to put at least 1 foot forward and 1 foot first. And he said, if you have kids, he said, take a trip with each of your kids separately each year. He's like, it doesn't have to be some grand vacation. He's like, take them overnight somewhere. He's like, he was talking about the importance of spending one-on-one time, which as a father, that was it was pretty, just a good reminder to me. Another thing he said that was really sobering, he said, count how many times that you'll probably see your parents for the rest of your life. Especially, it's like if you live a distance away. So, for instance, my brother was talking about it, and he lives 7 hours away in Indiana, and he comes over, 3 or 4 times a year. Mm-hmm. So if you take that 3 or 4 times, 10 or whatever it is, right? Because my parents are up to 70 and everything, and it really is, because he said, don't waste time. He said, you'll be the one that beats yourself up the most if you waste time.
It's very easy to let time pass and think, I've got time to do this. So that's a really good one.
Very much so.
A little sobering, but it's reality.
Yeah, it was very. He talked about how, and then he has one. My brother has one too as well. He has a calendar essentially of like a lifespan of like 85 years, right? And so you, there's this company you reach out to, and they fill in, like, each circle represents a week. Mm-hmm. And they fill it in for you, and they send it to you, and so you get your calendar, right? So if you're almost 40, it's nearly half full. And with each week, you fill in one of the circles, and that you can literally look at, like, this is probably, if I live a long, healthy life, this is what I have left.
Yeah.
And my brother has it hanging in his room, and it's a pretty sobering reminder. But yeah, just a few other quotes he had. He talked about how he said, he said, a lot of people tell him, oh, you're brave and you're courageous. You stand up for these things. He says, no, I'm not. He said, I'm just afraid of the right things. He says, you have to know what to actually be afraid of. He said, because if you are, he says, you'll be very courageous for the right things, which I thought was very, very interesting. And he talked about how, he said, there's nothing you should be more afraid of right now in today's present world than losing your voice or your tongue, like not your literal tongue, mind you, right? But your ability to speak and speak up and speak out and stand up for what you believe. And
free speech.
Yes, absolutely. He said, he got into a lot of different things, how different regimes in history have taken away the voices of their people, and it's really was really pretty interesting. But they also talked about when you're standing up for something, whatever. He's like, don't do it stupidly. He's like, don't sabotage yourself. And his quote was, don't cut off your arms so you can bleed on your opponent, which I thought was very
Makes no
interesting.
sense, does it?
Self-sabotage. So
But the funny thing is these quotes, once you hear them, his take on him is very original.
Oh, yeah.
But this is all stuff we know.
yeah,
Excuse me.
it's just a different way that he brings it to light, and just shows you a pattern of thinking about it. So really, not to start all heavy this morning, but
Yeah.
it was really something.
It's we can be a little serious from time to time. He is in my feeds, whether it's Instagram or YouTube or whatever. So I will listen to short blurbs of him and just love him. Just love his interaction when he goes to college campuses and things of that nature.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how he will debate other scholars and other people,
Yeah.
because he was a professor, of course, for the University of Toronto. And they've actually, it's funny, they've tried to remove some of his credentials and things because
Yeah,
I think
did he touch on that a little bit?
And he didn't so much in this one, but I've read enough and listened to enough. I just kind of joke about it. I'm like, I think he offended some people on Twitter, and so they were, trying to attack his ability to be a psychologist, because it's like, you're harming my safe space, which is a whole nother discussion for a whole nother day. But really just an unbelievable mind. And again, just sat there for 2 hours, like what, and again, and could have gone easily another 2. Just listening, it was really impressive.
Yeah, what a neat thing. I don't know that I would have been able to go to that. I would have enjoyed it. I would have taken the time to do so. But very interesting. And I didn't know he was coming. I don't know how you found out.
My brother did, actually. My brother's a big follower and just everything. So it was Christmas time. So that was one of his Christmas gifts. It was his Christmas gift to us. He was like, hey, I'm going to buy tickets. We're going to do this thing. I was like, okay, sounds good. I'm in.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Hey, let's. We're at 7:25. Let's take a little break, Alex, and we'll come back and we'll do some top movies of all
Fun
time.
stuff, all right. Or not top movies.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
I am Melissa Westfall with Homegirl Realty. Heather and Charlotte and I have worked together for many years, and we have always had a vision to have a business together.
I'm Charlotte Howard, and the good news is we bring a very high level of experience. We have a combined 80 plus years of experience in this real estate marketplace.
I'm Heather Merrick, and Homegirl Realty brings a lot of things to the table. We have phenomenal communication with our clients, buyers, and sellers to make sure things are going smoothly and you don't have anything to worry about.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
At 5 Star Community Credit Union, we want to help you lead a better life. We offer competitive rates and convenient appointment times for all kinds of loans: auto, recreational vehicles, home equity, line of credit, holiday, and personal loans. We make it easy to build your credit and enjoy the good things in life.
We invite you to join 5 Star Community Credit Union. We are community-minded and member-focused. Come visit our locations in West Burlington and Mount Pleasant or online at 5starcu.org. Federally insured through the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Good morning and welcome back to Morning Breath. Morning clear your throat, morning all kinds of stuff. I'm your host, Tim Elliott, joined in studio by super producer Alex Snyder.
Good to be here.
And John the Rookie. Good morning all. And thank you for joining. We, the Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC. Thank you.
Thank you, Casey.
Thank you, Casey.
Casey and all the gang over at KCTC. They do a wonderful job of providing internet and TV and security and all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. And also thank you to Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh for sponsoring the three of us, or those of us that are in the stalls this morning.
Thank you, Hy-Vee.
We have a new thing.
In the stalls.
We're in the stalls.
Such a misappropriation.
I thought the stalls were going another way. I thought it.
Oh, Alex.
I already forgot about our.
It's so fun. Yeah, you already forgot what
the barn.
The barn.
The barn.
We're in the barn.
Speaking of the barn, I think there's some stuff that lies on the floor of the barn that comprise this next list that we're going to talk about, Tim.
You
I'm
are
fired up.
viciously attacking.
I am fired up about. I'm kind of tired of these lists that like are highly questionable. Like, where are the fact checkers? This is what I want to know. This is ridiculous.
What we have here in front of us today is from Stacker.com, the top movies of all time. And so, John, I'm going to let you. This is objective to Stacker. The three of us disagree on many of these. And what we found is there's a lot of these top 10s that have come pre-1972, which is certainly before my super producer, Alex.
It's true.
But you may have seen.
I've watched a lot of them.
You have. Very good.
Yeah, I wasn't even developing eyelids at that time, Tim, either. I was not even thought of. So, yes, that'd be both of us.
All right. John, go ahead and run down the top 10 with number 10, according to Stacker.com.
Okay, according to Stacker.com, which I will never be sourcing for anything from this movie moving forward. Just kidding, of course. I'm just going to read these real quick, and then we'll get into some, like, others that they have there. And this is where we're going to see some of these discrepancies, okay?
Because most of these, we're not going to be able to talk too much about.
Yeah.
I am not.
Yeah. So number 10.
Alex can.
Number 10, Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane from 1941.
Yep.
Number 9, Pulp Fiction, 1994.
Awesome movie.
City Lights, 1931. Seven Samurai from 1954.
Pipe in anytime you've heard of any of these, Alex.
Schindler's List, a good movie from 1993.
I can't believe that was from 93.
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Epic?
What?
What was what?
I've seen a lot of these.
Okay.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, 2003. Rear Window, 1954. Casablanca, 1942.
That has to be a really good one.
Yeah. Angry Men, 1957.
12 Angry Men.
No, 12 Angry Men. Sorry. 12 Angry Men from 1957.
That was a high intensity.
Oh, it's such a bad movie.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes, now the salt begins to pour. And number one, and this one I can't really disagree. Number one, The Godfather. Okay, like it's fine. This is good. But here's
the original Godfather.
Right, the original Godfather. Yeah, from 1972. Now, here's where it gets interesting. I think I'm more upset with the omissions of the others.
Yes.
That's what I have more of an issue with, I think. The top 10 lists, like, okay, I can deal with some of these things. The fact that they have these others listed all the way up to like number 100 or whatever else.
We just kind of taken 16 through 100 and pulled some out.
The fact that La La Land is mentioned on here at number 87 and Gladiator isn't even mentioned on this list is a effing, like, it's a crime. Like, someone needs to call the police. This is an issue. Gladiator, I'm sorry, Ridley Scott, top 5 movie all time, in my opinion. Gladiator, Russell Crowe, back when he was doing his thing. It's not even on the list.
We have not make the top 100.
We have Wall-E. You're telling me that Wall-E is a better movie than Gladiator. Like, whoever compiled this list needs to have their head clinically examined by Jordan Peterson.
Well,
that's what needs to happen.
That would be helpful.
Ridiculous.
We have hit a nerve.
I mean, I did enjoy Wall-E, I will say.
I have no idea. I never saw it.
But again, Wall-E ranked number 33. Saving Private Ryan is ranked number 50 on this list. You're telling me that Wall-E better than Saving Private Ryan? It's not comprehensible. I don't even understand this.
Saving Private Ryan was very good. Apocalypse Now is on the list.
Yes.
At 34.
And if they were watching, can you imagine all the Star Wars fans coming into the comments if they were up this morning listening to this? The fact that not one of any of the Star Wars movies was listed. Again, I'm not a Star Wars kid.
Star Wars 4 was there.
Right, but it's on the others. I'm saying, like, it's not even in the top 10.
Yeah, it's
and
top
then
60.
it's number 60. So again, Wall-E, better than any Star Wars movie ever. Like, again, and I'm not even a Star Wars fan.
Wait a minute. Let's talk about Wall-E, because you keep going there, and Alex liked it. I want to know what it is.
It's like this robot who is. It's a kids movie.
Yeah, it's a cartoon. It's a nice little movie.
It's an animated movie.
Yeah, it's an animated movie. It's about a robot who's left on Earth.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a nice movie. Like, it is. It's a nice little movie, but it's not.
I don't know if it would be in
word.
my top 100.
No, and definitely not in the top 33.
You saw like Shawshank and Goodfellas, which I think is probably a top 10. Every time that's on, I want to watch it, and my wife says, "Oh my God, you've seen this 500 times," and I have. I've seen it a lot.
It's a long one too.
Yeah. And again,
It is.
and as a father, like they have Inside Out on here, right? At number 62. I'm a dad. Like I've watched like a lot of these movies, whatever else. And again, it's contextually speaking, it's not that these aren't good movies. It's just like they're just not all time.
How about Manchester by the Sea from 2016? Can anybody tell me about that?
I've never seen that.
I don't know. I've never even heard
This is
of it.
we need. Josh, don't you respect Wally? Rook? Okay, Shafe, give us your top 5. Give us your top 5, Shafe. Go and go.
He's got to take some time.
And I will. And I will. And I'm going to double down.
Godfather Part 2 came in at 24. Godfather 3 didn't even make the top 100. And I have not seen all
not a
3
good
of
one.
those. That will be. That is on my bucket list. I don't know. I wish it was on like Netflix, but I don't understand. Netflix doesn't pick everything up.
Yeah. Well, again, Josh, to your point, Wall-E shouldn't even be a top 100. Shouldn't even be a top 200, in my opinion. So I don't know what you think about those apples, but yeah, that's what that is. It's a crime. It's the crime of omission. It's not just that it was a commission, like the crime of commission by putting this movie on the list. It's the crimes of omission by leaving things off the list. This is what we're talking about.
Well, I think we might do this segment again, maybe in our episode of when we get in triple digits.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do this again and let you find it, or
Absolutely.
you pick.
Absolutely. I think
pick the top 100.
I would agree. As top 100 by the Rook. Absolutely.
The
Rook
Rook.
top 100.
Moonlight. Do you know Moonlight?
I do. I like Moonlight.
I don't have any idea what that is.
It's a good movie.
Tell me about it quickly.
It's about a African American man who grows up in bad conditions without a father, and his mom's always gone, and he grows up, and it's about him finding his sexuality.
Okay.
And yeah.
Interesting. Well, maybe I'll. I mean, there's so many that if you really stop and think, there was been a lot of Denzel Washington or who's the other guy that slapped
Samuel Jackson.
Oh yeah, well, he's in a lot of good stuff. Not Snakes on a Plane. That will never make a list. But
this list it might. The stacker list it could. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Denzel Washington. Remember the Titans? I mean, that's a classic. Like,
Rudy.
Yeah.
Let's go back a little bit.
I mean, the
Karate Kid stuff. Oh, inspirational. When I was coaching the swim team, I used to play some of those movies before my kids went to the state swim meet, just to get them inspired a little bit.
Well, classic. Oh, wait, Josh says Shawshank Redemption should be top 10. See, we can get now we're back on the same page, Josh. Like, okay, now we can be friends again. All right.
7:37. Let's take a little break again, and then we'll come back and see if there's something else we want to talk about on movies.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Step back in time and create unforgettable memories of the 2024 Midwest Little Threshers reunion. Gather the family and immerse yourselves in the nostalgic charm of steam engines, antique cars and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and the horses. Whether it's the savory delights from the North Village to the log cabin or the unforgettable concerts, this is where memories are crafted. Plan now to bask in the history of the past from August 29th to September 2nd in Mount Pleasant. Visit oldthreshers.com for details. Don't miss this chance to make timeless memories.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Welcome back to Morning Breath. I am your host, Tim Elliott, joined in studio by the usual.
In the stall?
Yeah, I'm not going to say Stallworth anymore. We're in the barn.
We're in the barn.
With super producer Alex.
Stall number one.
John the Rookie is with us. The only thing we're running short on time. So the only thing I'm going to say is we all kind of agree that The Dark Knight is a really dank movie.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Do you like the new one?
How about
that? Do you like the new Batman?
I can't say.
It's very dark. It's very dark.
Can't say.
Very different.
Like the Joker stuff was even better. The Joker movies.
Oh,
Lord. That was really good.
Those are, again, also
Really
dark.
good. So, you didn't even catch that I used dank.
Dank. That's like an old.
That's old.
That's like an
old
older
slang?
Gen Z slang.
It's
I
very,
feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm using it because that's my new Bible.
It's good. Yeah.
Right here. I keep it with me so I can just throw out a dank every once in a while.
Yeah, you should.
All right, let's get set for the day. I will do a little bit of this, John. I'll let you cue in whenever I get tired.
Sounds good.
The time is 7:41. Temperature right now, I have no clue. My thing says 66, so by our window,
that's
30
inside.
degrees.
That's
30
inside.
degrees.
It is 31 degrees outside.
It's
Absolutely.
66 by the window. That I can tell
by the
you.
window.
We're looking for a high of 54 today. Plenty of sunshine. Low of 35 tonight. Things to do today: Fairfield Park and Rec has yoga at 11:15 at the Park and Recs building in Fairfield. Teachers' Night Out in Mount Pleasant. That will be nothing but fun. I just kind of want to go.
I mean, yeah. If you want to see people have a good time, get a bunch of teachers together, pour the wine,
At a
pour the
winery.
drinks, whatever. Yeah, at a winery. Yeah, and that'll be man. Because you think about it, like, because some people are like, man, I've been cooped up in the house all day with these kids. These teachers have been cooped up all year with your
need a
kids. You
cab.
know what I mean? Like,
Need
it's
a cab.
It's going to be a whole thing.
Little Johnny drove
So-
me. This is why I drink. Right? This is why I need a glass of wine.
Take
Maybe you
my
should make
name
that
in
new
vain.
Not
t-shirt.
that all teachers need that. We're not saying that. And today in Washington, the high school band has a concert tonight at 7 p.m. at the high school auditorium. They have a fancier name for that, but it's not printed on this. It's like
I got no
something
clue.
Center for Regional Arts and Crafts or what.
That's a fancy name.
Yes. Today in history, I did read this. John Glenn became the first American to orbit the Earth.
1962.
1962, and there was something else good I wanted to read. Go ahead.
I was going to say, while you're reading that, so our word of the day from Merriam-Webster is rapport. Rapport. Any guesses on what that means, Alex?
You have a good rapport.
You can't use the name.
I've heard it and I
Still
like
don't know what
kind
that
of know,
means.
but I can't think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it means you have it. Your relationship is characterized by agreement or mutual understanding or empathy. It makes communication possible or easy. So if you use it in a sense, it's like once our daughter had developed a rapport with her piano teacher, she began to show some real enthusiasm for learning and practicing the piano. So yeah, it's
Open line of communication.
yeah, it's like
We
having
have good rapport.
yeah,
in the barn.
like Josh and I, we have good
barn.
rapport. We've been friends for 30 years. That's why he can be ridiculous and send messages. And yes, Josh, we see your messages. Always a good day to shop for shoes as well. Josh puts that in the comment section as well. So Josh over at Brown Shoes does a great job.
Jimmy and I talked last night. Jimmy's a good commenter, and we will see each other tonight at a deal we both belong to. So the other things that I wanted to say is Rihanna was born on this day in 1988.
Happy birthday, Rihanna.
Happy birthday. And Kurt
Historical.
Cobain, who is no longer with us, he was born on this day as well.
Happy birthday, Kurt.
You know what he was?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else we need to talk about?
I think we're okay. We're right on it. 7:45.
7:45. Let's call it a day. Thank you all for joining. If you liked what you seen, heard, listened to, if you like our new name for our studio called The Barn, let us know. Like us,
Maybe we'll paint it red.
follow us, share. Thank you all for joining. We'll see you.